What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Concrete Edge right here on Deco-Crete TV. My name's Jeff, and on today's episode, we're going to go over a few reasons why Broomed concrete is such a great option for driveways, so stay tuned and you're going to learn all about it. So if you guys are thinking about installing a new concrete driveway or maybe even a porch or backyard patio, just don't overlook Broomed concrete as an option. I mean, of course, stamped concrete is the best way to impress your friends or neighbors, but stamped concrete isn't always right for everyone. I mean, sometimes the cost or the maintenance of the stamped concrete is just too much to get over. So if you're not willing to pay the price for high quality stamped concrete, I mean, man, sometimes that nice, clean broom job is just the best option for you. Now, I'm definitely not trying to knock stamped concrete here. I mean, that is the main part of our business here at Deco-Crete. But we do want to inform people the best we can. So here are 5 reasons why Broomed concrete might be the best choice for you. So first up here is going to be texture. And you know, when you pull one of these brooms across fresh concrete, it's just going to create these broom marks in the surface. And you know, this can actually be varied up from like rough, which is just great for driveways. You know, you're going to need traction if you're driving on this stuff, especially if it's wet or in cold weather environments. You get a little bit of snow or ice, that broomed surface that it makes is just incredible. Now, maybe for a porch or a patio, you're going to want that a little bit lighter, and that is the great thing, is it can be varied up. So next up is going to be low maintenance, and Broomed concrete is generally referred to as boring, and I mean, yeah, it kind of is, but the upside to that boring looking slab is that it's going to require less maintenance to keep looking good. And especially on driveways in cold weather environments where it is just going to be impossible to keep salt off that thing. I mean, you could end up with a little bit of damage, and honestly, it just seems to be a little bit easier when you didn't pay as much for it and it just didn't look like natural stone in the beginning. Now, the other thing is sealer, and I mean, you definitely need to keep your broom driveway sealed, but this is generally like maybe every 5 or 6 year thing, and that's just to keep it water repellent. You're not relying on that sealer to enhance the look or anything like that. So again, it's just, you're gonna have to make the choice between, do I want something that looks really, really cool and then have to seal it maybe every 3 or 4 years to keep it looking good, or just something that you're not even gonna know the difference anyways, and Broomed concrete is one of those things. So next up is that Broomed concrete hides a lot of flaws, and what I mean by that is, you know, when you pour and finish concrete, flaws do happen. It is not a perfect thing, and driveways are generally fairly large scale. And if you're going to try to stamp a driveway like that, it's just going to be really hard to pour all at one time and get even texture over the entire thing. Now, you can break them up into separate pours, and that is definitely an option. But if you're going to pour it all at one time, this is just going to be the easiest way to create a surface that just looks really, really good. Now, next up is going to be price, and Broomed concrete is generally going to be the most cost-effective option when it comes to finishing. I mean, it is literally the quickest and easiest way to finish concrete, and most contractors, they're going to charge close to double for stamped concrete what they are going to be for Broomed. And so this is just another way, again, large areas, a lot of square footage, you are going to save a lot of money with Broomed concrete. So the last thing up is that it still can be decorative. I mean, if you want the advantages of Broomed concrete, but you want it to look better than that driveway next door, you could always just add integral color to your mix, and that way it's not just plain gray concrete. You could always add stamped borders up the side. That way, you know, you kind of have a little bit of both. You can get a contractor to come in and cut a pattern in your driveway. You could do a medallion in the middle. There are tons of things that you can do. Now, this just kind of throws the price out the window, but you could still have a little bit of both. So to wrap things up, I mean, Broomed concrete is pretty average looking, but it's going to cost a lot less, and there's going to be less maintenance required. And for some people, I mean, this is just going to be the best thing for your situation. Now, hand swirled concrete, that's also going to be the same thing as far as the texture and everything else we talked about, except for the price. I mean, hand swirled concrete is not going to be as much as stamped, but it will cost more than Broomed. So my best piece of advice is just make sure that you research all these options before you make any final decisions. When you're getting new concrete installed, I mean, I've talked to a lot of homeowners over the years that didn't do any or much research, and they all say the same thing. I just wish I knew that that was an option. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for this week's show. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch these videos, man. We really, really do appreciate all the support that you guys show to the channel. So from all of us here at Deco-Crete TV, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.